So they announced officially new spells, staying spells, but also neutrals, and also mechs, silver-handed recruit and stuff like that. New cards, living cards, change returning. On their website, it seems a little bit buggy, but you can see cards that were not announced yet, like Gambler coming back, which is weird. Like let's see you search by pirates. You don't really see much. Like you see Gambler coming back. I don't see any new cards here, and there's definitely gonna be some new pirates. So some cards just escaped and like show up, but the official releases they haven't announced it yet, right? Yeah, some cards are missing, some cards are not. Let's not take it from the official website. Let's take from their. I mean, Hardpon basically took the sources from the official website and like classified the content a little bit better. I'm eating some vanilla ice cream to celebrate the vanilla meta. Let's see if it's gonna be as delicious. Okay, let's get into it. So, staying, leaving, spells. Let's first see what leaves. No more top of the beanstalk. I loved this one, but it was a little bit too powerful. Also, no more ritual of growth. How am I gonna be able to get 60s on Tavern 5? No more body spell, no more plunder seeker. Stimulant was kind of bad anyways. No more arrow. They are changing Corpse, Beetles, and Salon Finest. Okay. How are they changing them? Doesn't say any changes. Oh, they make this tier 5. Tier 5. When you have space in combat, summon 2/2/2 Beetles and give them taunt. Okay. Good changes. Okay. Let's see the new spells. Tavern 1. Choose one. Give a minion +4 attack or health. Sounds really good. It's literally better than Pointy Arrow. It's like a better version of the arrow. Time management. Choose one. Give your minions 2/2. Or at the start of your turn, next turn, give your minions 4/4. Wow. Wow. That shit is good. It's 4G. 4 gold is a lot. But 4 gold 4/4. 4 gold 4/4 is basically this one, which is Tavern 6. So you can get a Tavern 6 spell if you have patience. I love the design. I love it. Choose one, discover a minion of your tier, or a Tavern spell of a tier higher. Haha. Interesting. Knock off Wisdom Ball. Your next 2 refreshes are helpful. 2 left. So you pay 3 gold to have 2 good rolls. It might be worth it, right? Helpful is usually like gives you triples, gives you full shop of golden minions, gives you 6 drops, gives you utility cards. Probably better than going -10. Yeah, when you're looking for something specific, I think it's gonna be super good. This will be the Hopium card. Yeah, we're gonna hope it's gonna give us like a good outcome. Okay, Fandra's Fortune. Discover a choose one minion. It has both effects combined. I would need a list with choose one minions. And I guess we don't have all of them already. What comes to mind is like the Beetle with Reborn for beasts. But we don't even know if that card is gonna stay in the game anymore. The road less traveled. Choose one. A lot of choose ones here. They wanna make us have decisions. Get a random tier 6. Or get 2 random tier 5s. Seems pretty trashy. Since it's a tier 6 spell. I don't think it's gonna be that good. This one would be good on Tavern 5. On 6, why would you want it on 6? It's gonna be good if you can somehow get it from 5, but like how? Top of the Beanstalk is like so much better than this one. And it's a 5. I mean, I think we're gonna miss Top of the Beanstalk. So what I noticed is that it's gonna be harder to get 6 drops now. You might actually have to level manually to 6. As opposed to now, when it's maybe too easy to get 6s, with Top and with Ritual. Will be an interesting dynamic. And the rest are staying, okay? Let's see. Neutrals. Silver-handed recruit. Actually, let's take it from the cards leaving and also from like lower to higher tier wise. So what's leaving us? Fayrix, Ness Matron, Randall, Motley. I liked Motley. Lucky Egg, good riddance. Sunscreener, Nala. Oh my god. They killed Nala. Rip. Oh, shed the tear. Need to play it out of Nala now because she's going. F in chat for Nala. Maybe she's gonna come back at some point. Such a good card. Change the returning cards. They're keeping T-Master. Interesting. They are keeping T-Master Teotar. They're keeping Free Travel Winner. Okay. Coming back is Selfless. Saloon? Saloon? Whenever you cast a Tavern spell, give 2 other minions 4/4. This is like Nala at home or what? I guess it can work. Atrocity, tier 6. Summon a 7/7 golem. Improved by each friendly minion type that died this combat. What do you mean improved by each minion type that died this combat? By what amount? We just have to guess? Is it random? I wonder if it's gonna be like +7/7 or +1/+1. +1/+1 would be too weak. Oh, +1/+1, but it's permanently improved. Either way, it's gonna be a good card because it's an all tribe. What are they adding? A resourceful soldier. Choose one. Give a minion 5/2 or 2/5. That's good. I like it. It's a body and a buff. I like it. Good shit. Boring. I think it's fine. Mutated Lasher. Dev Rattle, tier 5. For the rest of this combat, your odd tier minions have 2 free. For the rest of this combat, not of this game. It's basically a wolf for odd tier minions. Mid. It buffs your tokens. I don't know. Silver-handed recruit. Give your other even tier minions 4/4. Nah. This can work. Not the most impressive set of neutral cards. Bran dodged another one. Lightfang with 4/4 is staying. T-Master with 4/4 is staying. That's interesting. I wonder why they keep Elise in the game. Elise gets a lot weaker with spells. But maybe Elise is gonna be good now. With the changes to the neutral spells. That we don't have Top of the Beanstalk and Ritual. Maybe Elise is gonna be like a game-changing card again. We'll see. Okay, they also released mechs. Let's see what they're doing here. So, they are removing Court Puller, Kaboombot, Drone, Scraper, Annoyer Troop, Lassomatic, Boxer, and Foe Reaper. Wow. Big changes to mechs. I like Lassomatic. I'm happy to see Boxer and Foe Reaper taking a break. I liked Scraper, but I'm happy to see it taking a break. Okay, so they're redesigning mechs almost entirely. Let's see. Lulabot is a 1-drop now, but only gets health. Doesn't get 1/1. Automaton has 2/2 for each other automaton you summon this game. So they buffed it again to what it was before. Okay. Clunker is a 4-drop again. Holy Mackerel. Holy Mackerel is back. And he's a mech Murloc. Wow. Interesting. Holy Mackerel is back. Automaton was initially 3/2. Oh, 3/2 and then they went 2/1 and now it's 2/2. Okay. Mecha J. What's the difference on Mecha J? I don't see any difference. They changed the pool of minions for Mecha J. I cannot see the pool of minions. Click him. I don't see any changes. Oh, Shield of the Legion. Okay, okay, okay. Divine Shield. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Divine Demons. Sounds fun. Scary. Let's see what they're adding as well. So they're adding a 2-drop. Whenever you play a magnetic minion, give it 2 free. Could work. Not terrible. 2 free is quite a lot. Like, you already pay the card off with like 1 magnet. Wind Fury Magnetic. Cool. Now they can do crazier magnetics because we don't have Boxer anymore. Whenever you cast a Tavern spell, give a mech free tool. Not the craziest, not the worst. At the end of the turn, get a random spell. Pretty decent. At the end of your turn, get a free magnetic satellite and improve this. And what is a magnetic satellite? It's this, right? It's a free magnetic. And I guess it improves it to give a 4/4 magnetic. And then a 5/5. Huh. Bro is farming magnetics. Also good with Drakari. Holo Rover. Divine Shield, whenever this attacks, get a random magnetic mech. Okay. So we're printing magnetics. And then Dr. Boom's monster is also magnetic itself. Has 2/2 for each time you've magnetized this game. Wherever this is. So you're gonna be incentivized with mechs to just magnetize like crazy. But without Boxer, you have to do it naturally and manually. And you're gonna go for stuff like Tomaton, Deflectobot. Yeah, Deflectobot with reset is still gonna be like the thing, right? Staying cards, Deflectobot. You're gonna play Deflectobot. You're gonna play reset with Horse. Maybe you're gonna play for Zarina and some spells. Maybe and probably you're gonna play for Mackerel and Tom. But yeah, Mackerel, Tom, Deflecto. You're gonna have to scale without Drone, however. You're gonna have to like manually scale all your magnets. And you also have to consider that Lula now only gives health. Interesting. Interesting. Not bad. I like the mech pool. I'm not very happy with what they did to neutrals. I'm happy with mechs. Looks exciting. Looks interesting. And I'm also happy with spells. I just don't get some of the changes. Like the road less traveled seems garbage. But I like taking away the power of discovering 6s from 5, which was a little bit too abusable and too strong. Okay. So let's discuss about the new cards that were released. Naga and Dragons. So let's start with Naga. Leaving cards. No more Snail Cavalry. Reefer. Whistler. I liked Whistler. Crooner. That's a big change. So they want to change the dynamic of the entire tribe, okay? Siren. Atisa, Gaines, and Orgozoa. Wow, they're pretty much revamping everything. Silivaz is coming back. Oh my god, I really liked Silivaz. Great to have Silivaz back. What is also staying? Let's see what's staying. So we have Angler, Collector, Lurker, Warden, Volcanic, Gladiator. Zesty is staying. Slippery Slider, pretty weird card, but sure. Krita Wrangler, Glowscale, Trasher, and Myrmidon. Okay. They are removing some exciting cards. So let's see how they can make up for that. Ominous Seer. The next Tavern spell you buy costs 1 less. I mean, you probably want to play it and then buy a 1-cost spell and then play the 1-cost spell on it. If you give it like a 3 or 4 health, what is it? 4 health, right? The new one, the new spell. You basically get yourself a 2/5 on turn 1. Can be decent. It's okay. It's Battle Cry as well. Oh, it's Demon Naga. Demon and Naga. It's a Battle Cry. Keep in mind it's a Battle Cry. It's not like a spellcraft. Good, decent card. Tomaton. Turgist. Tomato, another tomato card. Spellcraft. Give a minion +1/+1 until next turn. Improve by every 4 spells you've cast this game. So they're doing a different version of Reefer that gets improved for every spell you casted this game. I'm not sure how much this is gonna scale. Like, how many spells do you get to play in a game? Thoma means miracle. In which language? Greek? It is in Greek, okay. Thoma is one letter from trauma. Anyways, moving on. Arcane Cannoner. Tavern 4. Whenever this attacks, deal 1 damage to the target. Also improved by every 4 spells you cast this game. This is pretty good. It's kind of like the Cleave guy. Wait, there was a card similar to this. It was the 7-drop dragon, the Obsidian Ravager. But the Ravager was dealing the damage to the card it attacks and to one of the neighbors. This only deals the damage to the card it attacks. But it seems like really good. It seems like really good. Can you also link it? Yeah, I'll link it in chat as well for the people that want to read along. Good card. Really good card. Also really good card in menagerie situations. The question is, how many spells can you play? I would have said it's good with Nala, but they removed Nala, rip. At the very least, it can kill a Divine Shield. Fair observation. It's like a very good card to like open with. It's a very good card to like play in the beginning. Dark Crest Strategist. Spellcraft, get a random tier 1 Naga. Upgrades each turn. So each turn this stays on the board, it gives you a better Naga. Pretty good. It's kind of like an Orgozoa. Worse in the beginning, better later. A bit slow. I think Orgozoa was better. But keep in mind, this guy is a 5-drop. I think it's going to be a very good card to discover from Tavern 4. If you get this on Tavern 4, you're very happy. Because it gives you 1 minion per turn. It's constant value. Showy Cyclist. Give your Naga 1/1. Improve by every 4 spells you've cast this game. And it's Death Rattle. Huh. I don't really like it because it's not permanent stats. But if you play the million spells, it can be like a very good buffer. Groundbreaker. After you play a Naga, gain +1/+1. Improve by every 4 spells you've cast this game. So this is the thematic. You gotta cast a lot of spells. And normal spells also work. You don't have to only cast spellcrafts. Groundbreaker buffs itself, though. Do we want Blood Gems together with Naga? Not very impressive, the cards. I feel like... I mean, they're removing some cards that were also underperforming. Lord of Gains, Atisa. Orgozoa was good, though. I think Orgozoa is better than the Strategist. Remember, no trinkets. Yeah, the power level of the game is going to be different. I'm trying to also remember that. And I'm trying to also draw comparisons from these cards to these cards. It's an interesting concept. I wonder how much you can focus on Naga if you're not playing full Naga comp. Like, can you play enough spells to make Cannoner do something solid? How many spells can you really play in a game? We'll see, I guess. Should be interesting. Dragons. We're not getting that many new dragon cards, only 2. So, was leaving. They're changing Kalegos again. Was leaving. No more Gleam. Thank God. I was getting tired of this card. No more Twilight. No more Rallier. That's a big hit. Rallier was the engine of dragons, basically. No more Gargoyle. Amber. Yulon. Disco was fun. No more Hate Spawn. Okay. Changed and returning. And then staying. So let's look at the staying cards. Frondrake, Misfit, Smuggler, Skyfiend, Tarek, Gardener, okay, and Rakisaf, the duo. We're keeping Poet Promo, Hunter, Warpwing. We're getting back Nightbane, but let's read the other cards first. Synthesizer is now a 2-drop. Battlecry and Start of Combat give your other dragons 1/1. Very solid. It doesn't have the spiky free one, but it's like a better let's build on it type of dragon. Since it's also Start of Combat, similar to Promo Drake, but it's only 1/1. It's like Promo Drake at home. Solid 2-drop for sure. Razar Gore comes back. Can't say I missed it. Smolderer. So now you have another way of getting a dragon. Okay. Smolderer was cooking. Nightbane comes back as a 5-drop with the same effect. So Nightbane is back. Nightbane is back. Nightbane Poet seems pretty good. Nether Drake 5-drop. End of the turn, give your dragons 1 attack and upgrade this. And upgrade this. Okay. I can see this, but still kind of slow. Nadina comes back. And Caligos now gives 1/2. Okay. That's already interesting so far. So what are the 2 new dragons? There's a 3-drop, 2/2. Cast Echoing Roar on a friendly dragon. Huh! That's pretty good. You get a minion, and you get a really good spell. That's really good, I like it. And I think he can also cast it on himself, which is not ideal. He's also a Battlecry. And we have also Efficient Engineer. Trigger a friendly minions, end of turn effect. Except Young Murloc. Huh. Trigger a friendly minions, end of turn effect. Seems good with Lightfang. Razar Gore. Charlie. Razar Gore is also 1/2. Okay. Dragons look interesting. I like dragons. They're not that much different than before, though. You're still gonna have the Poet strategy with like high attack Nightbane and stuff like that. You're gonna have the Caligos strategy. And I think these cards just play towards that. So dragons are very similar to how they were before. I guess Blizzard is happy with their identity. Are you sure friendly also can target himself? Yes, because otherwise it would say other. Cast Echoing Roar on another dragon. If it says friendly, it can also cast on himself. I think so, at least. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay so far. Nothing game-breaking. They still cannot find the identity for Naga. And I don't know, this doesn't look so good. In my opinion, they should have rotated out Naga, give them a break, and then make another tribe from scratch. Make something new, make something fresh. I don't know. People were suggesting Draenei. Like, I don't even mind the hero reroll as much as getting a vanilla season with not that many changes. I want to see more exciting stuff, Blizzard. Come on. Maybe they're keeping some of the exciting stuff for later. I'm happy what they did to mechs. I'm okay with how they changed dragons. I'm still a bit disappointed by Naga. Again, I think this type should have just been deleted for a little bit. Rotated out, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. There are still 7 tribes left, so a lot of things can happen. So we have new cards, guys. Quilboar and Beasts. Let's see what's new. Let's see what's staying. Let's see what's coming back. So, leaving cards for Quilboar. No more Tough Task. No more Bacon. No more Piper. They're giving the boards a new identity. No more Bandit, Conductor, Read Bramblewitch. To be honest, the card was too strong for too long. Too strong for too long. No more Hot Air, no more Bristle, no more Agam. Okay, so what's staying? Geomancer, Prophet, Smuggler, Free Little Quilboar, Bongo Poki Charlie. Bacon is now a 2/3. Okay. That's actually a good change. Like now you might actually want to buy it and like set it on 5 gold. Buffoon is a 2-drop. Wow, that's really nice. Foodie is a 3-drop and gives free gems. Bannerboard is back to being a 3-drop in 1/4. Gem Day. Choose one. Your blood gems give an extra +1 attack or +1 health. And it's 1 cost only. Pretty cool way of buffing the gems, to be honest. And I guess it's a wordplay. It's like Gem Day rather than Gym Day. Funny, right? Crater Miner. Choose one. Get 2 gems or get a random 1 cost Tavern spell. Wow, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's a very good card. Gem Rat. At the end of your turn, get a Gem Day. Great design. I like it a lot. I like what they're doing to boars. I really like what they're doing to boars right now. For real. Crystal Infuser. Choose one. Get 3 gems or gain Dev Rattle. Get 2 gems. Permanent Dev Rattle. Wow. Okay. I like this. I like this. Thorned Trailblazer. Choose one card each turn has both effects combined. Interesting. You have a lot of choose one, and this is pretty solid for that. Board Gamer. Rather than Board Gamer. Haha. Dude, somebody's paid at Blizzard with the hero reroll money to come up with these puns. How do we feel about these guys? And the end of your turn, get a random choose one card. Pretty good card, actually. Turbo Hog Rider. After you play choose one card. After you play a choose one card, right? Did they mistype this? Play a blood gem on all your other Quilboar. Wow. This card is really good. He's the Turbo Nuts. He's the Turbo Nuts. And the last Quilboar card, Salty Hog. After you add 3 cards to your hand, give your other minions +1/+1. Doesn't seem that exciting, but holy moly, I'm actually excited for Quilboar. They revamped the class, they changed it a lot. This is kind of what I wanted to see for like every tribe. I really, really like the direction of Quilboar. It's gonna be exciting. Boar's looking exciting. Oh, the Salty Hog is also a pirate. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't notice it at first. But yeah, adding cards to your hand makes sense also with pirates. Cool. Okay, let's talk about beasts as well. So what's leaving? No more Trusty Pop, Goose, Rooster, Rampager, Trigor, Iridescent, Octosari, and Spiked. Okay. We saw that they're changing the Boon of Beetles. Now it's like a 2/2s. Hungry's Nebjoy is coming back. And New Zao is coming back. Okay. What's staying? Mana Saber, Birds, Scarab. They seem that they're happy with like most of the cards, right? They're happy with like the reborn stuff. They're happy with Wolf, Mount, Horse. Okay, I can see that. What are they adding then? New 1-drop. 1/1 that summons a 2/2. Solid. 3-drop. Battle Cry. Your beetles have +2/+1 this game. Dev Rattle summon a beetle. Oh, okay. So they're trying to push also a beetle version for beasts. Interesting. Your beetles have +1/+2 this game. By the way, this is actually gonna be a roaching strategy. You get it? Because beetles are kind of like roaches. Pretty good one as well. Your beetles have +2/+2 this game. Avenge. The battle also summons a beetle. That's gonna be the main card, I think, to like scale it. Holy moly. And Dev Rattle summon 3 beetles. Look at him, he's so big. Seems interesting. Like, the beetle cards are definitely way more interesting than these cards. And now I guess you can choose, do you go beetles or do you go like wolf? Maybe use Macau for something else? What is Macau good for? Macau is good for the one that says Dev Rattle your beetles have +1/+2 this game, and summon a beetle for this one. Seems pretty decent. Seems weak. I wouldn't count it out. I think the scaling is gonna be like really important. Like, imagine you buff your beetles by like, I don't know, 12/12. You're gonna summon 14/14s consistently every single turn, every single fight. The permanent scaling is always dangerous, Chad. Permanent scaling is always dangerous. And imagine Macau with Turquoise Kitterer, the same way we're playing it right now with Undead guys. Let's say you have Reborn Macau, you have Reborn Turquoise, you're scaling every single fight, and then later you get Nest Swarmer, and you get like Rune Progenitor. Can go pretty crazy. And yes, I'm not pronouncing it well. How do you pronounce it? Turquoise. Something like that. Looks good. I'm hyped by Beasts, and I'm hyped for Quilboar. I wasn't very hyped by Naga, and Dragons were okay-ish. But Beasts and Quilboar, top. Mechs are also kind of top. I like what they're doing right now. The minion pool is looking nice. I'm excited for the other tribes as well. So, new cards were shown. We're talking about Murlocs and Demons today. So let's first see what cards rotate out from Murlocs. No more Mercules, Scarfin, Darmok, Felfin, Brimcounter, Basegill, Morgulin Burglar, and Coral. So they're trying to give Murlocs a new identity. Let's see how this is going to play out. Changed and returning cards. So they're changing Swamp Striker to have Wind Fury. Okay. Fairy Guildmother has Taunt and 2/5 rather than 1/5. Holy Mackerel is back. Mech Murloc, after another friendly minion loses Divine Shield, gain Divine Shield. This guy is scary. At the end of your turn, trigger the battle cries of adjacent minions. So same effect, just more stats, right? Okay, what is staying? Honcho, Tad, Wanderer, Skyfin, Murloc, Prince with Divine Shield, Primal Fin, Belcher, Gargle, Murky. Okay. And what are they adding? What are we getting? Bubble Gunner. Battlecry, gain a random bonus keyword. So it can be like a Divine Shield. It can be like a Taunt, Wind Fury, whatever. One of those. Reckless Cliff Diver. Reborn has +1 attack for each Battlecry you've triggered this game. Wherever this is. Okay. For each Battlecry, +1 attack. So he's gonna be like Super Glass Cannon. And has Reborn. And I think Reborn's as free attack. Interesting card. Implant Subject. 3-star Stealth. Whenever a friendly minion loses a bonus keyword, gain +1/+1 permanently. Okay. Loses a bonus keyword. So, like, if the guy has Stealth and loses Stealth, or like, what does this mean? Oh, the Reborn one is actually gonna Reborn with extra attack. Okay. Divine Shield, Venom, stuff like that. Okay, interesting. Keyword Murlocs, okay. Fountain Chiller. He's just a chill guy. Give a friendly Murloc +2/+1. Improved by each different bonus keyword in your warband. Okay, that's a pretty hefty buff towards one Murloc in particular. I like it. Adaptive Ancestor, also tier 3. Choose one. Gain free attack and Divine Shield, or free health and Venomous. I think that's a kind of like interesting. I don't know what's better. I think attack and Divine Shield is like kind of solid, but I guess late game it can be like a Venomous card. I like it. Hacker Fiend. Give your other minions 2/2 for each bonus keyword they have. Dude, they're going really hard on the bonus keyword thing. Okay. So for example, you're gonna have a lot of ways to buff the mackerel and to utilize the mackerel to your advantage. And now a 6-drop Neon Agent. Divine Shield, Wind Fury. Whenever it attacks, get a random Battlecry minion. Okay. Pretty solid card. Guaranteed 2 attacks, guarantees 2 minions when attacking. It's kind of like the mech that gives you like spells, but this guy is gonna give you battle cries. I like it. we're gonna have a brand meta game. And these Murlocs are kind of interesting. Also, keep in mind, Brim counter, Base Guild, Coral are leaving. So Murlocs kind of need a new identity. The question is this new identity gonna be good enough? Is gonna be a lot of board buffing, not so much summoning from hand. To be honest, I'm happy to see Base Guild go. Base Guild was the Murloc identity for so long. Now we're just gonna play stats on the board. Venomous, Divine Shield, solid stats. Honest stats. Looks interesting. I like what they're doing. I like what they're trying. Let's see demons. First of all, what are the cards that are leaving? No more security. Thank God. It was too good of a card. No more slimy and fiery. No more depraved. No more Urzul. Cultist, Mirage, and Pilgrim. They're changing Fellbat. Oh, they're not changing it. It's kind of like right now. Keyboard Igniter is back. Give your other demons to 2 and deal 2 damage to your hero. Felemental is back. As an elemental demon, minions in the tavern have +1/+1 this game. And Mecha J got added this. Now you have a Divine Shield option from the Mecha J. Pretty solid, if you ask me. And what's thing? Weaver, Picky, Rewinder, Mindmark, Trickster, Implicator. They're keeping Archimond. Okay. Malkezar, Pekash, Taekwondo, Archimond. Should be interesting. And now let's see what they're adding. Ominous Seer. Demon Naga. The next tavern spell you buy costs 1 less. We already concluded the card is very good if you have a 1-cost spell together with buying it. Because you can make the guy like a 2/4 or something. Big Brother. 4-star. Has a lot of eyes. That's like the joke, right? After you cast a tavern spell, minions in the tavern have +1/+1 this turn. I mean, it would be too broken if it was for the rest of the game. This turn might be a bit too light, however. Not the biggest fan of this card. Tardy Traveler. When you sell this, get a copy of a tavern spell in the tavern. Wow. I mean, this shit can be super good. You can basically buy any spell you want from the shop or copy it for 2 gold. You buy this guy, you sell this guy, and you can copy like a 5-cost spell. Or Eyes of the Earth Mother. Super solid card. And it also is not going to pollute your tavern because it's a 5-drop. Shows up late. I mean, that's the joke. He shows up late. Furious Driver. Your other demons each consume a minion in the tavern to gain its stats. So basically it has Battle Cry, Fellbat's effect. Okay, good shit. Batty Terror Guard. After you cast a tavern spell, another friendly demon consumes a minion in the tavern to gain its stats. Not the biggest fan of this one. Like, I don't know how many spells you're gonna be able to generate. Another construct. Minions in the tavern have +5/+5 this game. Or consume all the minions in the tavern to gain their stats. Wow. Wow. I guess that's gonna be like the main way to buff the shop. And obviously you're gonna go for 5/5 most of the time. This guy looks good with Nala. They removed Nala from the game. But basically demons are going to play for the identity of like shop buffing. The problem is if you don't shop buff, what do you do? Can you really go Archimond and like self-damage with Weaver and stuff? And Taekwondo's? That could work. Like Archimond with spells could work, to be honest. It's just slow and expensive. I like this guy of like buffing. And we're gonna have some other ways to buff like Felemental. Should be interesting, should be interesting. Well, exciting. Exciting stuff. Demons and Murlocs look good. I'm happy with how it looks. Again, I'm using Hearthstone as a source because they seem the most organized. It's the easiest one to like read. So, elementals. We're getting a lot of cards, but that also means that a lot of cards are going away. I was spoiled by chat earlier. Somebody was saying they don't see elementals happening without recycling Wraith. And, oh boy. Blizzard is not happy with the current way elementals look. They're basically redesigning everything now. So, Party, out. Crackling, out. Lubber, out. Fellblows, out. Tempest, out. Recycling Wraith, out. Azerite, out. Bramblewitch, kick by. No more Most of Schloss, Frostling, Carbonic, and no more Rock. What stays? So, I see Nomi is coming back. People are probably excited for that. But what stays? Elemental stays. Molten Rock stays. Bedrock, one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite new addition, stays. Sleeping Sea Glass. Chat is just spamming the Nomi emote. This is bold. Ragnaros, Rag, Sea Glass. They're keeping some interesting cards. The only card I don't really vibe with, Molten Rock, but whatever. They're changing some cards and they're returning some cards. Let's talk about it. Wildfire, same effect, now a free drop. Refreshing Anomaly. Battlecry gain 2 refreshes that cost 0. So, Anomaly is basically Golden Anomaly, but he's a free drop. Is this supposed to be like a replacement for the Recycling Wraith, but make it a bit more balanced? Elemental coming back is interesting and I think a good card. Better for demons than for elementals in my opinion. But he's always like an interesting card. Nomi is a 4 drop. I just saw this. Nomi is back as a 4. Okay. Okay. Dancing Barnstormer is back as a 5 drop. And he's now Battlecry and Death Rattle. Okay. They're cooking. Blizzard is cooking. And then Gentle Genie. Taunt, Battlecry, and Death Rattle. Get a random elemental. Wow. Strong. Very strong. Very strong. But you only get it into your hand. You don't summon it. So wait. Genie is now kind of like Tempest. Genie is now a better Tempest. He's Battlecry and Death Rattle get a random elemental. So we have a Tempest replacement. A direct one. But it's a 5 drop. So this is basically Tempest. Nomi is a 4. We don't have Recycling Wraith. And I think that's gonna like hurt the most out of all these cards. We have a Refreshing Anomaly. Let's see if any of the new cards give us some refreshing. So first of all, we have a spell. Get a Fireballer and a Snowballer. I don't know what that is. So let's read those 2 cards first. Fireballer. When you sell this, give your minions 1 attack. Improve your future ballers. I cannot believe they use this as text. Improve your future ballers. Okay. When you sell this, give your minions 1 health. Also improve your future ballers. So I guess each baller improves the other one as well. The fire improves the snow improves the fire. And then you have a 4-cost spell that gives you 2 of those. Okay. I mean, you're gonna be incentivized to cycle these. This is gonna be like what you're gonna wanna cycle. Because cycling those are going to give you permanent stats with Nomi to your future elementals, but also buff your current board. This can get really big. Like, if you sell a few of those, like 5 or 6, you can start giving 6 attack, 6 health. That adds up to your entire board. Okay, let's see the new 1 drop. Dune Dweller. I love Dune, the movie. Let's see what this guy is gonna do. When you sell this, looks very cool for a 1 drop. When you sell this, elementals in the tavern have +1/+1 this game. Wow. Okay. That's strong. 3/2. That's strong. I'm intrigued. Like, I wouldn't give elementals a chance after seeing what rotates, but this looks good. Free drop, Meteorite Crusher. After you sell an elemental, gain +2/+2. So this is like the card that you want to have on your board to scale it while you're cycling elementals. Pretty solid as well. Tornado is a 4 drop. When you sell this, discover an elemental and give it these minions' stats. Wait, so you sell this and you discover an elemental and you buff it? This sounds pretty sick. It's better than Tavern Tempest, but it's not a battle cry, so you cannot brand it. But it's solid. Solid card. I can see a downside. When you discover an elemental, it's not going to have the applied Nomi buffs. It's not going to have the applied Barnstormer buffs or the shop buffs. But it's a really good card to cycle because you buy a card and you get 2 cards. So you're spending very little, you're doing the cycling process. Again, cycling is going to look different without the recycling rate, but you get what I mean. Ikoron. Divine Shield Elemental on Tavern 4, probably to replace Crackling. After you play an Elemental, give it Divine Shield until next turn. Huh. Temporary Divine Shield. I mean, this can stabilize you to some extent. Interesting card. It might be a staple just because it has Divine Shield itself. Twilight Primordium, 5-drop. We have a 5 and 2 6s. Let's see. Battlecry, given elemental 2/2, improved by each other minion you played this turn. Wow. Okay. So we had a guy that's buffed elementals. Depending on how many rolls you had. This buffs elementals depending on how many cards you played. And you're going to be incentivized to just play a lot of cards. Read the golden effects, brother. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess we also have to read the golden effect of this. After you play an elemental, give it Divine Shield. Permanently. Ooh, okay. That's hot. Tornado says discover 2 elementals and give them these minions stats, but you're probably not gonna triple the tornado like ever. What about Fireballer? 2 health, okay. Ultraviolet Ascendant. Ultraviolet Ascendant. Start of combat, give it elementals to 1. Upgrades after you play an elemental. You need to have this on the board and then play elementals, and then he's gonna buff. It doesn't upgrade for every single elemental you played during this game, right? It upgrades only while on the board. And then gives temporary stats in the fight. +2, +1. For each elemental you played while this guy is on board. So, it's better than Rock, but you cannot sell it. Rock was good because you could play it, buff your stuff, and then sell the Rock. Play a Leroy instead. You need this guy to stay around. He's giving you the stats while it stays around. I'm assuming it upgrades by 1/1 per elemental. Whereas Rock is like 2 health to attack, 2 health to attack. So it's kind of like the same, right? Kind of like the same as a Rock, but you need to have it on the board. Can also give stats to himself. Interesting card. What does the golden one do? Yeah, it's probably 4/2 and grows by... I'm curious if it actually grows by 2/1 or if it grows by 1/1. The stats are not permanent, okay? But if you count the stats, it's the same number of stats as Rock gives you. So let's say you play Violet Ascendant and then you happen to play 10 elementals afterwards, okay? And cycle them. 10 elementals. While having the guy on the board, start a fight, you get 11/11 or 12/11, whatever. But not permanently. Not permanently. Nether Construct. Choose 1. Minions in the tavern have 5/5 this game. Oh, this is like the demon card. Or consume all minions in the tavern to gain their stats. Not so good for elementals, similar as I said for Felemental. But a little bit of shop buffing that they share with demons seems interesting. Honestly, I'm excited. You're gonna struggle a bit with the rolling, but you have a lot more generation than before. And you have a lot more utility than before. And you still have Refreshing Anomaly that gives you 2 rolls now as a normal minion. The golden one probably gives you 4. Yeah. Elementals look good. Ultraviolent is crazy. You just give Flourishing Frusling to all your elementals. Again, does it work like that? I think the person in the comment was wrong. I think this starts upgrading with him on the board when you play an elemental. Whereas Flourishing Frostling said, has +1, +2, +1 for each elemental you played this game. This is not for each elemental you played this game. But once you have him on the board, it will work kind of like a Flourishing for all your minions. You're gonna want this. You're gonna want this to be ASAP. Anomaly also stacks. Yes. It says gain 2 refreshes. It doesn't say your next 2 refreshes. Very important caveat as well. So you can stack it. You can play 3 of them. You have your next 6 rolls for free. Interesting. Also buff to Millhouse. Okay. I mean, this is really good for Millhouse. Recycling going away is really bad for Millhouse. But I'm kind of happy that elementals now have like a pathway without relying solely on recycling. Exciting. Probably the boldest move Blizzard made. Okay, let's talk about Undead, which is the last tribe that we haven't seen yet. This card looks cool. Corpse Recycler, what is this? Funny. From Corpse Refiner to Corpse Recycler. What's the difference? Oh, it's just an undead. Rather than an undead pirate. Huh? Just an undead. Looks funny. It looks funny how they made the graphical difference. Blizzard would make some good NFTs. Yo, JJ with the raid. Thank you so much, JJ. We are just talking about the new cards. It's crazy how they changed the elementals. It's crazy how they changed the elementals. Really, really bold moves. Okay, so let's talk about Undead. Thank you again for the raid and welcome everybody. Undead, they're... What are they doing? So they're cutting what? No more Mummy, fun card. No more Knight. No more Summoner as well. No more Morose, Pupil, Katie, and Refiner. But Refiner is back just only for Undead, not for Pirates anymore. Okay. They're bringing back Nightbane, as we saw, as a 5-drop. But also, they're changing Harmless Bonehead. Wait, why are they changing it? It's the same, right? Summon 2 1/1 skeletons. Am I missing something? Why are they saying change and return cards? Check the golden one. Oh, the golden one gives you 4 1/1 skeletons. Okay. Makes sense. Isn't the guy a 2/3? No, it's the same stats as now, 1/1. Scarlet Skull is back. Okay. Mummy Fire is a 3-drop, not a 4-drop. Same effect. Handless. The golden one gives you 2 2/1 hands rather than a 4/2 hand. Big change. So I think they're still focusing on attack buff undeads. Cadaver is now a 3-drop and summons 3 minions, and there is also a 3/3. I like the consistency. And the golden Cadaver summons 6. So that's why they made it a 3-drop, because they couldn't make it summon 8. Okay. So they're incentivizing you now to golden the cards that summon. They still seem to focus on Crusher build and on prosthetic hand builds. Interesting. So Rider stays, Nerub stays, Grave Robber, A-Bomb. Sindarai is not even an undead card, but I guess. I guess Sindarai is the counter to undead cards, the antidote. A Nubarak, Crusher, Champion, Golacabra, Colossus. Okay. Now, what are the new cards? Corpse Recycler, again, looks like an NFT version of Corpse Refiner. But we'll take it. Still really good, obviously. Great card. Now it just works and shows up only in undead lobbies. Wandering White. 4-drop, 6/5. After you summon a minion in combat, give it health equal to its attack. Whoa. Okay. It can be a late game tech if you have super high attack. But it's more difficult to get super high attack now. I mean, you still have Nerub, but how else are you buffing the attack? Champion of the Primus? Right now, you're buffing attack with trinkets. Without trinkets in the game, it's gonna be tricky to buff the attack. Nightbane. Nightbane buffs are not permanent, though. You don't have KT anymore. Okay, let's see what they add. Maybe they add something like KT. Yeah, you could go with Nightbane. This guy is dangerous, though. Give it health equal to double its attack. Pretty solid. Wisp in the shell. 5-drop. Give a friendly minion 2 health. Improved by each friendly minion that died last combat. Huh. Okay. Does it improve from 2 to 2? Or does it improve by 1 health for each minion that died this combat? Interesting. But you want more attack, not health. But it's an interesting card. And last but not least, hopefully KT replacement. The only 6-drop for undeads, right? Oh, Colossus Gulakabra, never mind. Get a random undead. Avenge 4. Dev Rattle, summon it from your hand for this combat only. So, I'm assuming from this, as a non-native speaker, that if you get 2 cards, you're gonna summon 2 cards. Right? But it should say summon them. Maybe. This card is kind of like the Trinket, but with a lower revenge. It may only summon the first one. Yeah, Bleeding Heart. Get 2 random undead. Summon them from your hand. This combat only. So, from that, I can take it's only summoning the first one that you get. We're gonna have to see how this card is gonna work. The normal one should summon all of them. But then what's the purpose of making it golden? Undead looks interesting, but I think they're gonna struggle to attack buff their summons. Again, champion is gonna have to do the heavy lifting together with an Uberak. Can it work? I guess Nerub as well a bit. It's gonna be slow. Like right now, nobody uses an Uberak in champion. Everybody attack buffs with the help of trinkets. Without trinkets doing the heavy lifting, I think it's gonna be tricky. But the game is going back to vanilla, so I think that's gonna change some things. Okay, so what do I think about the new set? I think that's like the big question. Overall, I like it, but I really, really wish they would have taken out of the game a tribe like Naga and release a new tribe, because I think already going back to vanilla is a reset in power. We're definitely gonna play a lower power level game, and that's fine. I'm totally fine going down a little bit on the power level, but maybe it's gonna be a little bit too simplistic. I like that they're not releasing everything immediately, but I don't like that they release the next tribes like after 2 days. I think they should give us like a good week with like 6 tribes and then release 1 more tribe per week just to make it feel a bit more special. But I guess they also want us to play with the cards, with the new cards, as soon as possible and not have to wait 3 weeks to play with all the sets. So I get that. Anyways, like, the mid-season patch is probably going to bring back a mechanic and spice things up. The question is, are we going to get bored until mid-season? Probably not. Hopefully not. The new set looks exciting, but not all the tribes look exciting. More than half of the tribes look exciting. Off the top of my mind, I feel like, yeah, Naga definitely looks boring. And there was like 1 more tribe that doesn't change much. I forgot what it was. Pirates also looks interesting, for example. Elementals looks interesting. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see exactly how the game plays out. But I really hope they're gonna look very intensely at the player numbers and draw some conclusions here. Do people prefer a vanilla metagame? Do people prefer this simple of a vanilla metagame? Maybe some people do. Maybe in other sets, there's like too much information, too many things happening, and people don't like that. Now we're having like a big minion overhaul, rather than a new mechanic being at the center of this. And maybe just because me as a streamer I'm more excited for a new mechanic, that doesn't mean that everybody is. Somebody who hasn't played Battlegrounds for a while maybe wants to come back. This is like the set to do it. We're going back in power level. We have no mechanics, just spells and a new minion pool. That can be exciting for a lot of people. And again, I'm personally excited by the level of design of some tribes and by the level of risk, because they're taking some risks here. They are removing some really core, important cards from a lot of the tribes. There's no more Tetis. There's no more Bramblewitch. There's no more Recycler. No more KT, no more Summoner. No more Knight. With every single tribe, they're trying to like take away some of the core elements and bring back some new freshness. We'll see how this plays out.